Today, in a new TouchDesigner tutorial, we're going to create a visual with a smooth blending. So, we're going to use RayTK 0.4. This isn't the last version because they released the last version a few days ago. So yeah, I didn't want to update this because I don't know if they're going to crash something, but maybe not, but I prefer use this one. So it's 0.40. And this is important. Just I'm going to change this because you're going to press Alt R and you're going to have access to everything. But I'm using Windows with an NVIDIA card, and when I press this, I open a new things of NVIDIA. So for me, how this work is using Shift. Going to give me a second. Shift, no Alt, Shift. Sorry, no. In this case, will be Control. Yeah, that is the way that works for me. Shift R, we have that, and for other things, Shift Control R, we have that. Nice. So yeah, RayTK. I've been I did an old tutorial about this, about RayTK, but I decided to do more things, and I discovered that they have the instance operator, and what is that? And I love it, and I'm going to share with you how to create a visual for that. So first, we can start with a shape. For example, we can start with maybe a box because it's easy to see how this works, and you rotate. And always we need the ray. Sorry, no stop. Ray march render. This one. Nice. And we connect this to here, to the top. Now we have a null. We can see our shape. A square. Beautiful. And I'm going to add another null. And I'm going to add a transform because I want a black background. Nice. And this one. So we have our box. Yeah, how what else we can add is the instance. Yeah, easy peasy instance. So you can see instance. We have a few, but the instance. The cool thing is we connect here, and we have two elements, and nothing happened. Don't worry. I'm going to put maybe 3, and we can add the transform. And the thing is, nothing happened because we need to change a few things. So for me, how this works, we need to add a new element that will be Shift R, and the name is range transform. So you can see now it's the new version, but okay, updated. Connect here, we connect here. And the transforms, if I go here, we can move this to maybe NY, so you can see what's happening. Everything right now is in the center. Sorry, no P0. It's in the center. So if I start to move, sorry, again, I move everything. If I start to move to this one, have that. I can move, translate this. So we have the 2 elements. Sorry, in this case, the 3 elements around there. We can put maybe loop, not for lineal. So yeah, it's like, okay, we have the instance. Here we can put how we can merge. That is the cool thing. How we can create the union of this, or how fusion or combine these elements. I prefer maybe round. Oh, you have the column. Depend of what you want to create. or what you liked. You can create many things. And we can animate it. Yeah, nice. It's like too simple. But for me, I prefer, in this case, the smooth union. And then, yeah, we can figure it out what is the best, depend of the shape. And yeah, we can use this range transform. We can change, obviously, the scale of the elements, like the smaller to bigger. So you can see, I'm going to move this a little bit. Let me put it, what happens if I put this one? So yeah, something like that. So you can see if I disable this, and I change maybe the scale of this. So you can see all my elements are there. Just I move a little bit, just this one. Sorry, again, I move everything. So it's like from the center, 0. I can move this to minus and change the distribution so everything is close. The effect of combination is starting working. Nice, we have that. But the idea is the animation. How we can do that, how we can add an animation. So the idea is animate each of these elements differently. How we send that data and say, please move. So here, I think it's in my case, Control-Shift-R. Yeah, in instance, we have many things. But the cool thing, we can go to reference variable and we go to normalize index. So create this box. And what is this, Paola? What is this? The cool thing is this element we can animate independently each of these elements. So I'm going to move it here. And for the box here, we can animate the scale. But for animate the scale, I'm going to create wave fill. Because you can see the wave fill is like it's like a pattern in TouchDesigner. So I could connect this one. It's like have this one. You can understand what I'm going to do. Pattern. So it's like this. We have this one right now. So the cool thing is, I want to send you the coordinates of the field, and I want to change the scale of this. Don't worry, we need to move a few things. First, we need to change the offset and amplitude, how much we want to animate these ones. And what else we can do is change the period, so you can see how this is going to move. I'm going to animate in phase AVS time, that seconds, multiply 0.1. So the cool thing right now, we are animate this. We can play obviously with the offset or with the amplitude, with this, if you want something like that. And this is very important. Right now we have 3 elements. And you can check a tutorial in RayTK channel on YouTube. I can put the link here. But you have a limit of how many elements you can put, because maybe your computer going to the computer not going to die or explode, but TouchDesigner can crash. So be careful about this one. So for me, what I try to do first is going to put 30 frames per second to my computer. And always, I don't know, but the new version crash. But don't worry, no crash, it's TouchDesigner. Give me a second, I'm going to stop and return. Okay, I return. When I change the frame per second, crash TouchDesigner. But it's working, I can save everything, but it's crashed. I don't know, maybe I need to upload a new version. But okay, we have this one. So for me, I try to put 30 frames per second, much better to not collapse my computer. And the cool thing is, yeah, right now we have boxes. Is the only parameter that we can change because it's just a scale here. So we have different things. We can try with different shapes. So yeah, we have a lot. I'm going to use this one. With this one, we have maybe the scale and the thickness. And I'm going to, just for this visual, I'm going to use this. They call it sphere grid. This one is better. So yeah, sphere grid. The cool thing, I can connect the radius here. You can see the boxes, the new one. The cool thing is like new things happen with this box. We play too with the thickness. So it's thickness. But I'm going to play this right now with the sphere. We have radius and we have thickness too. So I'm going to play with that, and I'm going to connect this one. So yeah, weird things happening. But for me, what I want to do is try to understand what is this. Interesting. Latitude only, longitude. Interesting. For me, I want to do this one, and I want to put just 3. So we have like 1, 2, and 3 elements. Simple. Yeah, I like this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the boxes because I don't want it. I want to rotate this. So I want to use transform here. Put it here, because I want to rotate this one. I'm going to put 90 degrees and I want to translate. So cool, we have these things, weird thing happening. I'm going to change the resolution for this. I'm going to create a layout of 1280, so a square. And I'm going to do the same for the ray matching because it's too big. And we don't want to expand too much. Be careful with it. For me, sometimes I want to use 8 bits because it's faster. And then when I want to finish something, I use the 30 bits. So for me, this is okay. We have these elements. I'm going to delete this one. So we have the way for the, right now for the radius. Nice. And we need to, because it's okay, Paula, we want to add more things. And the cool thing about the instance, we have access to this enable translate, enable rotate, enable many things. So for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a grid. But from here, a grid. And the grid is the elements that I want to copy. Right now we have many grid? 3. What I want to create are 6. I want 6. So I'm going to copy. No, I don't need to copy. But what I'm going to do is create rows and columns would be 2 by 3. So right now there are 6 elements. So I can here press P and see the points. So here. 6 points. Nice. And I'm going to change the scale. Maybe it's here just to have, because I want to put one element here. So we have that, and always create a null. Then we need to transform this to a sub2. Nice. And we can go to here to a null. I'm going to put instance. And now we can connect this to the transform. And we enable transform. So we wait. So things happening here. It's moving. So it's like Paula, but we don't see it too much. So first we need to change this, transform. So nothing is going to bother. 0. I'm going to put here loop. And the thing is, I can change, for example, this one, so you can see things are happening. And let me check that everything is working. I'm going to change the radius. So yeah, so you can see right now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 elements are there. Okay. So what I discovered is, yes, the elements are too big. So what we can do is enable this scaled uniform and play a little bit with this. It's like how much you want to this be big. And then we can place like this one. No, this is not, I think this is okay. And we can change the size. So yeah. So yeah, we can play with this. Maybe, let me check. Another thing we can try this one is the amplitude. So yeah, you can see this change a lot. I like this one. It's like big one. Like crazy things happening. And another, I'm going to put period 5. So another thing that we can play is the thickness. So you can see something like that. So I want to put more elements in this square. So I'm going to duplicate this wave. And I'm going to control the thickness. The thickness will be smaller and something like that. And I connect this to the thickness. So you can see it's too much. So we can put something like that. So yeah, something like that. So sometimes it's thin and sometimes not, or disappear. And yeah, we can see what happened with the smoothness. We can put more if you want. Like that. Why not? And okay, I like this. But now the idea is you can put, for example, you can play with the rotation if you want to with this. You can, because you can see, sorry, here we have rotate. We can add a rotation. For example, I can create a pattern. And we can put maybe between -1 to 0 to 90. And we connect everything to a merge. Always we need to remember is route for rotation. I need to remember where we need to here rotate. Merge. I remember it's route X, for example, rotation in X. I need to check this one. I'm going to put maybe a text over this. I'm going to explain. Because I did and I forget. But okay. Material, because this is important. For the material, always we can need to put a modular mat. Nice, beautiful material. Nothing happened, but we need to do a few things. Right now it's black, don't worry, it's there. I can disable this, don't worry. So, how I can start? For me, I try to always use the ED descent because it's beautiful. You can see how this works. It's nice. Create that line of colors. So I decided, okay, what happened if I mixing with the ED descent and use many things and see what happened. And how this mix of color works was for lucky and tried and again and again and again. So I use for this one too cap contribution, and I use the skylight contribution. So the sky is the second color. Okay. Okay, don't worry, we start from the beginning. So yeah, nice, something's happening. For the iridescent and the math, what I did, I combined the colors. So first, the iridescents, I use these specific numbers, level that. The face, I prefer 0.186. And the spread, I like it this too. Okay. The spread, I prefer 0.3 and 0 that. With the matte contribution, I use, this is important. With the matte contribution, you're going to your computer and there is GitHub. So you can see I use this one. There is a GitHub they call MatCap. So you have many colors if you want. So that is cool. It's like they explain everything. So for example, oh, I like this one. You press this one. And again, you select one. I don't know, this one. Cool. But you can have this. You copy just this link. You can see here GitHub, Nixon, whatever. What I did, I go to the mass contribution and I paste this texture. Not this one, the other one. Give me a copy and paste. Copy and paste. So I have access to that specific material. In my case, that you can see it, was this one. So we have this effect. Nice. And I put this number because I tested the matte contribution going to as the, I don't know if the order effect, I'm going to put like third. And for the iridescent and matte, I create a combine fields. And I put it together. Combine field. Sorry, not combine, composite. My mistake. Composite. So as you can see, it's the same as TouchDesigner, composite, and I put it first. Okay. So for me, the composite is exclusion, and blend. Yeah, so we have that. And the math, we need to change a few things. For me, it's not too much. And I put 135, and I put 0.52, something like that. For the RAM, this thing we need to add first. Camera. Look at camera, and this go to here. Yes, camera. And then we need a light. But we need the point light. Point light. And we connect it to here. Okay. And it's important for the sky. I change the color. I use color. Yes. And I use this color is 0.07719, 0.415, and 0.83. I kind to put just that. Something like that. So yeah, we have these colors, we have the point, and we have all of this. Cool. Another thing that I'm going to do is create a feedback. Why? Because I want to paint the background. I'm going to use a feedback. We need a keyboard in. Need to reset this one. We need a blur, and then yeah, maybe we need a level just in case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create here a composite. I'm going to preview this. I'm going to send to the feedback this one. And for the composite, needs to be an over. And the blur needs to be full blur. So yeah, I'm painting the background. Why I not put this together is because you can see it's almost the same color. So I want to here at the level. And I want to add different things. Right? I can control the color. So it's like not too bright. Something like that. Change the gamma, dark. And then after that, put everything together again with a composite. So I connect here with a composite. And then put an over. So yeah, you can see the difference. Here is dark at the background, here is two colors, like too much is fighting each other. With this one, I can see the elements much clearer. And yeah, the background help, but it's like helping the elements, not fighting together. So yeah, we have this one. Obviously, we can go to here. I want to add a bloom. Oh, it's too much. But yeah, we can figure it out. Obviously, we can change this a little bit. Maybe not too much, like a detail. And we can add, how to say, the HSB and add more saturation. Yeah, something like that. Maybe this a little bit 5/1 because I want, yeah, that colors. Nice. And again, we can continue with the level again. Just for final touch, maybe a little bit more brightness, a little bit of contrast. Not too much. And yeah, we have that. And we can test or change a few things with the shapes. Like what happens if we change? Yeah, this is too much. This is too much. Try to move. For me, it works, these ones. You can see it's organized. Oh, it's a mess. Or two. You can put something like that. Another thing is we have 6 elements. What happens if we put more? I think the maximum, I don't remember, I'm going to put here is 15 or 16 element. That is the limit. For me, with 6, maybe I can put 9. Maybe, please computer, try it. When you put here, weird thing happen, don't worry. It's like we need to put here more elements. So I'm going to put a 3x3. And yeah, working. We have this thing. Nice. I think it's too wide in a few moments. I'm going to put, maybe it's the bloom. So yeah, maybe. So yeah, we have our visual. Now I think I hear, give me a second. My computer is like processing, but I'm going to put just 2 here and to put 6. So be careful with this. It's just for details. And yeah, you can try it. And for example, we have 3. You can put more a complex element. So it's like you don't need to duplicate maybe too many times the element. You can put the element is more complex, something like that. 4, 5, something like that. Nice. So yeah, I'm going to add the rotation. Give me a second. Okay, I returned. What's easy? You need to put RX, and they are rotating. You can put, for example, if you want another one, Y. And the cool thing with the pattern, we can animate this ABS time, that seconds, multiplied 0.1. and everything is moving. I'm going to move, copying this, paste. I'm going to maybe a little bit slow and connect everything with the merge, and everything is moving. So yeah, you can play with that. If you don't want to rotate, just disable that. I'm going to put it there. You can see you can play with the scale or with these elements, but we have that here, the scale. So I prefer it there. So yeah, save this. Wait for a seconds, and yeah. So I hope you like it. Remember, right now you can put the 32 bits and press 1 and delete everything, the feedback. I prefer just for testing and work with 8 bits. So I hope you like it. If you have any questions, just send me a message on YouTube, Instagram. If you are in Patreon, Discord, and yeah. And see you in the next tutorial. Bye.